On many occasions, we might be surprised that we enter some data in a cell and it appears in a particular format that we do not really want it. Excel on many occasions knows the formats it has at each point, and depending on where we write the new data entry, it is possible that it shows it in the format it thinks must be the one we will prefer. For example, in this column where we have all the numerical data, but with the Euro display format. If we write a quantity, it will probably write it in this format without us having told it anything in advance, since this format was applied to this range only, but it thinks that if it's in this column, it is logical that it would also be a monetary quantity. Unlike if I write it in this one. If I write it in this one, it will simply enter 23, because it is the general format that is defined as a numeric format. We have to be careful since sometimes, for example, unexpected behavior could happen. If for some reason I had some quantities in some cells before, even if I deleted them later, despite having deleted the visible content of the cell, there's still some invisible data that hasn't been removed within the cells. I introduced in these cells a quantity, a value and a format. The format, since I had copied it, is inherited within all the cells, and I am talking here about the currency format. In such a way that when I delete the cell contents, I have deleted the contents but I have not erased the format. So surprising things can happen, like, for example, when a short time ago I introduced 23 in this cell. It showed it with normal format, but now we see here that since this cell contained data in currency format, even if I have deleted it, the format is still there, due to the fact that Excel thinks this is going to be helpful for me. So if I now enter another quantity, whatever it is, it directly applies this currency format. This should be taken into account since it might be the case at some point that we are surprised that Excel applies or does not apply a particular format. In most cases, what Excel is trying to do with this kind of tools is help us save time. The theory here is that with Excel assistance, we don't have to carry out a series of format adjustments afterward to make the information more or less precise. And despite that the intention behind this tool is positive, sometimes it could give us unexpected results or unwanted surprises. That is why we need to properly understand how the program works, so we know how to use these tools. Anyway, we must never lose sight of the fact that the way the data is visualized is one thing. However, another very different thing is the format tools that help us visualize said data better and improve the overall presentation of our spreadsheet. See you all in the next video, students. I hope you have all find this video about formatting in Excel useful.